Hey everybody, it's Eddie from Tokyo. This is your cryptocurrency update from Japan. I'm going to really go as fast as I can with some breaking news on Ripple and XRP and also some surprising news out of Japan. The first story I learned about from XRP Crypto Wolf. He is so fast. If you are on Twitter, he is one that you should follow if you want to get the news quickly. And then a couple of hours ago, Siamak Masnavi wrote a very good follow-up article. This is all about an open letter that was jointly penned by Chris Larsen and Brad Garlinghouse. It is a letter to Congress. And the timing is very important because on Tuesday, July 30th, the U.S. Senate Committee on Banking, Housing, and Urban Affairs is going to conduct a full committee hearing. It's titled Examining Regulatory Frameworks for Digital Currencies and Blockchain. This is a very important time, and I think I want to read the letter to you. It's very short, and it's important that this be communicated to as many representatives in Congress as possible. So I really highly recommend you retweet the letter. So it starts off with, Dear Congress, please do not paint us with a broad brush. Many in the blockchain and digital currency industry are responsible actors. We are responsible to U.S. and international law. We are responsible to serving the greater good. We don't take for granted the vital role of central banks in issuing currencies for setting monetary policy in concert with the complex dynamics of economies around the world. For centuries, governments have been well suited for the job because paramount to the acceptance of any currency is trust. Companies like ours in the United States and others abroad employ these innovations in partnership with regulated financial institutions that enable the world to move money across borders like it already moves information efficiently, reliably, inexpensively. In our view, digital currencies have the opportunity to complement existing currencies like the US dollar, not replace them. Without a doubt, blockchain and digital currencies will engender greater financial inclusion and economic growth, not unlike the internet's historic impact. As it did with the internet, the U.S. has the chance to lead the way, nurturing this economic opportunity while continuing to protect privacy and stability. We urge you to support regulation that does not disadvantage U.S. companies using these technologies to innovate responsibly and classifies digital currencies in a way that recognizes their fundamental differences, not painting them with a broad brush. Without regulatory clarity, we risk pushing the innovation, tax revenue, and jobs that these new technologies create overseas. You have the world's attention. Let's come together and seize the moment. Respectfully, Brad Garlinghouse, CEO of Ripple, and Chris Larsen, Executive Chairman and co-founder of Ripple. It's a very good letter, and I do encourage everyone to share it. Well, Libra, wow, I can't believe this. So Monex, the Monex group, which operates CoinCheck here in Japan, they are currently the largest exchange here. They revealed in a press conference that they have submitted an application to be the first Japanese company to join Facebook's virtual currency Libra association. To apply, every company must be of at least 1 billion in market cap, and they should have an answer back by the end of September. For every $10 million that they give the association, they get 10 million Libra tokens in return, and it provides them one vote. So I am just surprised, they being Facebook, hopes to bring that association to more than 100 members. I'm very curious to see how this shapes up. Even with Congress trying to put on the brakes, it's very obvious to me there is it is a brakeless bike going down a hill. Okay, CurrencyBird. Yeah, this is pretty exciting that there is a lot of growth happening in South America now with the RippleNet technology. This is out of Santiago, Chile, and it is Chile's first transfer company, and they will use the RippleNet technology to deliver a solution of transferring money more expeditious and reliable, as they say. And when I went to their blog, I found that they have 12,000 customers right now. They are going to be able to add new routes. And so these new corridors will be added to the more than 50 destinations that they currently are sending to. So they'll have some new currencies, better prices, faster transfer speeds. This deal was actually finalized in March, but it just went live in July. And you can see when you go to the website, it is going to have prices up to 65% lower than what everyone was used to. That's a big savings for everyone. And also, I just poked around some of the media out of Chile, and I found that they did $10 million in transfers in 2018, and they are growing at over 170% year over year. That is a lot of growth. Yeah, so I think it's a very good partner. And look at this too. The recurrence rate is about 60%. So for every transfer that they do, 60% of those customers come back and use their service again. That's really, really, that's a strong number. And there is, of course, some more happening going on in South America. The Latin bank study blockchain for cross-border payments. This is another media source out of this is out of Panama, actually. And Banesco Panama and Scotiabank Chile, they got serious and ran those proof of concepts. And what I learned here is Banesco is aiming to roll out the technology, the Ripple technology, between the banks in its group, covering the Dominican Republic, Panama, Portugal, Puerto Rico, Spain, and Venezuela. That's a lot of corridors with just one partner. And Bitrue, well, this is a great article because CoinChoice did a interview article. This is a very common format in Japan, and they really go deep with their questions. So as everybody knows, Bitrue is an XRP base exchange. It's one of about 10 total in the world. And the founder, Mr. Chris Rang, answered a lot of great questions. So he expects that virtual currencies are going to be a game changer for banks, and XRP just may be that one. XRP has many advantages over BTC and Ethereum, he says. Of course, its cost, speed, and so on. He wants to provide more liquidity for XRP. So this is one of the goals of Bitrue. They now have 52 XRP pairs, and more people, he says, are interested in joining the XRP community because they are so strongly connected. They build an exchange here that is going to incorporate also financial services on top. That is his goal. They also have a very interesting Power Piggy. It gives the fee back to the person who parks that currency with a lending program that they offer a 7.3% return. That is really amazing. He thinks that this could transform the current banking system, the steps that they take in creating these financial services. It's really great. He had a special message to the Japanese XRP community, and he said that we at Bitrue love XRP, not only because of its worth, but also because there is a wonderful XRP community. So when you go to the website, you're going to find that there's just always a lot going on. There is a BTR bounty that just ended. They have a new feature on their iOS app. They have a Zap airdrop. They've got a new partner with Trust Token down here, right here. And then I think this is one that everybody would be interested in. It's time to vote for your favorite coin. So if you just go to their Twitter site and put whatever coin that you would like to see added as a new member to the Bitrue family, I'm sure that they are listening. Okay, everybody, I am jumping to the fluff. Today's fluff is kind of, I don't know, it's random because there was a new product that released on Friday that I wanted to share with everybody. First, I want to introduce to you a Masu cup. A Masu cup is made of cypress, and it was originally used to measure rice and soy sauce and different types of food. They have used this kind of measuring system in Japan for over 1,300 years. But when the introduction of the metric system came to Japan in the 1950s, the Masu cup really wasn't used like it was in the past. So they have created a brand new use for it. In Gifu Prefecture, it is the area of Japan where they have the largest production of these being made, and it is quite an art. Here is what a Masu cup looks like today with its dovetailed corners, and then it has a burnt, well, you can burn any message or logo or picture into the cup itself. They're just really beautiful and they smell so good, and they are now used for sake. So it's a sake cup, and the sake tastes so good in the cypress cup. You'll sometimes also find that the restaurant will put a glass cup on the inside of the Masu cup, and then they let it spill over. So it's kind of an extra service, if you will. And then it has become a real craft now, and people are getting very creative and inventive in shapes and sizes and use. Actually, you can go to Gifu, and they are making these cypress wood accessories in everything you can think of for the house and the home and the restaurants, from cups to hold your pens to boxes that are used for anything. I mean, it's just, yeah, if you can dream it, they can make it. And what came out of the reason I did this story was very close to my home. There is this new sake cup that has a hologram, and the hologram is of cherry blossoms that fall to the bottom of your cup. It is just stunning, spectacular, beautiful, unique. I just love it. I just love it. So it is an example of how Japan can take its very traditional craft and go to this real extreme contemporary modern design. It's really cool. All right, everybody, do take care. Sayonara for now. Bye-bye.